Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Flatbroke Outdoors. If you're new here, my name's Blaine, and this is a channel all about camping. You know, we may be truck camping, we may be rooftop tent camping, we may be camping in the Hideout Mini, we may be car camping, we may be tent camping. You just never know what we're going to do. But today, we're camping in the Hideout Mini. We're going to be here 2 nights. The weather is nice. You know, it's pretty warm, kind of sunny. It's a lot different than what it's been. I don't know if you caught I don't know if it was my last video or video before last where me and Butch were camping in northern Iowa in the snow. That was pretty cold. We were pretty chilly there, but it's a lot warmer where I'm at right now. And I think it should be for the next couple of days. And since I'm not from here, I don't know the rules. So I called the parks people in charge of this place and asked them if I can collect firewood here, because there's a lot of down wood here, and I do have my chainsaw. So they told me it was all right. If it was dead and down, it's all mine. So I'm going to cut up a little wood after I finish getting set up. See what I can come up with anyway. But setup's going pretty good. I've got a few things set up. I'll give you all a walk around. If you caught my video where I was camped at the trout stream in Iowa, you heard me talk about that me and Butch were working on a security system for the trailer. So I'll kind of show you what that is, or at least give you an idea what it is. Yeah, get you down off the old tripod here. So we walk over here. See, there's a camera mounted right there, and it has a really wide angle. That'll be on my, my truck's always parked in front, so that'll be on a truck. And then if we come around here, we have another camera mounted up there that will look over the entire camp. You know, it runs a pretty wide swath, and it when it records it, it'll tell you, whether it's a dog, cat, coon, person, whatever it is, it'll tell it to you. And let's see, there is another one right here on the back, another camera there that covers the entire back of it. And then on this side, there's another camera right there. So we have all 4 sides covered, which is nice. It's nice to have everything covered. We do have electricity at this site, good old 30 amp, and we're on the lake. And it at first glance you think that the ice is really gone, but it's not. There's some water on top of the ice, but I saw a guy out there fishing. He just, like, I guess, stomping around in the water. I don't know. I'm not the authority on ice fishing, but anyway, I do have some store-bought firewood, but as much of that as I can leave here with, the better off I will be on my next camping trip if there's not any wood laying around. So with that being said, I'm going to finish getting some stuff set up. I do have my Blackstone with me, and I also a Coleman stove. Just, I'm not even sure what we're going to cook for supper and all of this, that, and another, but the weather is supposed to be good today and tonight and tomorrow, but on that day 3 it's supposed to be raining. And I don't know when that rain's moving in, but we will see. But anyway, that's enough for now. Let me get some stuff set up, and I'll get back with you. Hey everybody, welcome back. I was just I got this pour over put together for me, and then cut up some wood I got plenty for tonight and in the morning, and more wood than I could ever burn out here. I don't know if y'all can see all out through all them dead snags out there. That's all prime for the picking. You can just apparently cut up all you want. I was a little bit nervous about it, and And then I think the last time I was here, there was a few sticks by my camp, so I cut some up. But you know, I wasn't about to go traipsing around cutting it up. But I called today, and sure enough, so I'm going to do it from now on. I did find some pretty good logs just right there behind the camp. Should do all right. I'll cut them up tomorrow. I got plenty for tonight. But, you know, like I said, more of, you know, what I can cut here and burn, more of that store-bought wood I can take with me and have it, you know, next time I camp, I might not be right where I can cut some up. So it just makes good sense, because that stuff is $6 a bundle here. So, you know, that's not chump change. You know, it adds up once when you camp as much as I do. I'm totally against buying firewood, but you know, having a fire is all part of the camping process. So, you know, you kind of want that fire. So, you know, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a fire. Good Lord willing, we will anyway. Because you never know what the summer's gonna bring. There might be burn bans everywhere. So, gotta have them while you can. This is really kind of a swamp right here. I mean, there's a lot of, well, it ain't really standing water right now because it's all ice, but I bet the mosquitoes will wear you out right here in the summertime. Yeah, I bet it will. You know, in this particular campground, it kind of goes in levels. You got this bottom level down here by the lake, and that's mostly electric sites. There's one, I think, a TP site over that direction, and then when you go far down to the end, there's a couple of non-electric sites down there. But then you go up the hill to another level, and there's some more electric sites up there, and then you go up to the tippy top, and I think that's all primitive, and it's really pretty up there. Like, I think when you get a span of days like this where there's no snow on the ground and it's nice weather, I say open it up, let people camp up there. That's where I would be right now. I don't need this electricity. I got more electricity than I can use, but I would like to be up on that hill where it's real pretty and you got a nice view of another, I don't know if I'd call it a lake or a pond, but it's a bigger pond. But I think these people probably call it a lake. But you got a nice view of that, especially now when the leaves are off. When the leaves are on, you don't have such a great view of it. But you know, if you go down the trail, it don't take a few minutes to get down there to the lake. But it's a real nice area to camp. So I don't know. It's coming on. Sun's going down. It ain't coming on dark just yet. I guess you can tell that by the camera, but you know, it's staying light just a little bit longer now. So, you know, some past 5, you know, it's still daylight outside. And right now it's getting daylight a little earlier, but I think the actual daylight savings time comes next week. And so it's going to change up the getting daylight a little bit different, but it's going to definitely stay light longer at night, that's what we look for. People who like to do a lot of stuff outside, you know, barbecuing, camping, you know, just anything outside, going to the beach, whatever. If you're an outdoors person, you know, summertime's your gig. You get all them extra hours of being outside, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. But anyway, I just want to bring you all up to speed on what I had going on. Not much right now. Oh, I was about to tell you about supper. You know, I'm not going to cook anything extravagant. I've got some beef stew in there I might eat. I've got a bunch of tuna fish, different kinds of meals. But I got a hankering for that beef stew, and I have some gluten-free crackers. I don't know if I might have told y'all I was trying to do as much gluten-free as possible. Just I think I got a gluten allergy. But anyway, so I might just make me a pot of beef stew out here on the old Coleman and eat some of them crackers. I think that'd make for a good supper time. Hey y'all, I was just about to replace some mantles on my lantern here. I bought some, I guess it was last year sometime, maybe longer ago. But anyway, I bought some doggone Chinese mantles off of Amazon, and those things suck to the 10th degree. You can't keep them from breaking. I've had lanterns where the mantle stayed good for years, and I couldn't get them Chinese mantles to do anything just from trip to trip, and it was really getting on my last nerve. But these are Coleman mantles, and they should be good. I'm hoping. This would be really easy for someone whose hands work correctly, but I am not that guy. My hands don't work for crap. But we ain't gonna let that hold us back. We're gonna get these bad boys on there. I think that's on there good. These things are a little bit expensive. I think they're about $3 and some change a pack, but I went through probably $20 worth of them daggone Chinese things, pissing me off till I finally found these. Let's see if I got something around here to burn these off with. Well, look at that. All right, let's see if we can burn these off. Sure we can. I don't know if y'all have ever replaced mantles on a lantern or not, but you have to, once you put them on there, you gotta burn them down, and before you actually light the lantern. I mean, it looks kind of crazy, but that's just what you got to do. Yep. I don't make the rules. I just do what my daddy told me. Most of the time. Yeah, I think we're going to be much happier with these. And I bought several sets, so oh man, I don't know how many lanterns I currently have, but enough where I'm certain they all, or most of them anyway, need new mantles on them. So we will definitely do that. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all see that. Let you know how happy I was that I was able to get some new mantles. And we'll throw these old wire clips away. I've been reusing those because the Chinese mantles don't come with those wire clips. It's just basically a straight piece of wire. And it goes around there and you twist it a couple of times, and that's what holds the mantle on there. And the Chinese ones don't come with that. But anyway, we should be good to go for tonight anyway. Hey everybody, welcome back. We got through supper, but just barely. That stew was a Armor brand stew, and it tasted like crap. I wasn't gonna waste it, but it's by far not the best I've ever had, for sure. So I don't recommend it. You might be better off eating Alpo or whatever that dog food is with gravy on it. I don't remember. Gravy Train. Yeah, you might be better off with some Gravy Train. It was not great. It's starting to cool off now that the sun's done gone down. So that fire is feeling extra good right now. It's been pretty quiet so far. I've been a few folks walking around, not a lot. Honestly, I expected more due to how warm it had gotten today. It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, so that might bring a lot of people out walking the trails. Really pretty sunset over the lake this afternoon, so that's pretty good. Fire, like I said, is feeling exceptional now that the sun has gone down. So I'm gonna sit around here at least till it gets good and dark and cold and all that before I head inside. But I got plenty of wood, so I don't mind sitting out here extra long, you know. I'm not gonna run out anytime this summer over here for sure. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful morning. The birds are chirping and stuff, so at least they're happy. And I'm happy. Happy to be alive again. I'm working on some coffee water right here. Going to do a pour over this morning, and working on fire over there. It's I didn't cover my wood up last night, and we had a pretty heavy frost, so I'm dealing with that, I guess. But anyway, it's gonna come around. I ain't worried. Uh, Pretty uneventful night. Nothing really happened. I don't know. There's one dude that is, every time I've camped out here, I think nearly every time, especially every time I've camped down here low, there's a guy in this old truck that comes in every night, getting close to dark, and then he slips out in the morning right before daylight. He does it every single time. So I'm assuming that he ain't paying to stay, because the park officials don't, especially during the week, they don't hardly come by, you know, uh, every night. But this cat, he rolls in here every evening and then rolls out every morning. So I don't know. He could be paying, I ain't saying he ain't. I'm just saying it's suspect. It ain't none of my business one way or another what the man's doing. I ain't trying to get in his business. I'm just saying it looks a little fishy to me. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do for breakfast this morning. I got some oatmeal, and I like oatmeal. And I got a little turkey sausage in there, and I got some regular sausage. All right, everybody, good morning. I'm not sure where my camera blinked out on us, but my storage got full, so I was just over here talking to myself until this big thing popped up on the screen talking about my storage. But anyway, what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted was I was talking about the old boy that slips in here in the evening and then leaves out first thing in the morning before daylight. So I believe he's trying to get over on us. But anyway, what I was saying about that was it's not any of my business, so I don't care. But I know it can be done because I came here. I must have messed up my reservations online. I believe it was a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I was going to be here, or something of that nature. So I went online and thought I had booked it for those days. So I came on down here and I camped out. I never saw a park official, never saw a DNR, none of that. But I stayed, no problem. And then the next week when I was going to come, I went online to make a reservation, and it let me get to a certain point, and then it asked who was going to stay in the spot because I already had a reservation. So I looked, and sure enough, somehow, I don't know if it was me or the system or what, but it had me staying that week instead of the week before when I actually came and stayed. And like I said, I was here 3 days thinking I was in the right, and I couldn't have been more wrong. But what do you do? I couldn't change it. So I just canceled the one reservation and made my new one and went camping. Hey, everybody, welcome back. If you're wondering what this mess is, I got a couple of the refillable fuel keg, small propane containers, and I've been refilling the little green ones for many years, but without incident. But someone I know had one swell up like a football. I guess not during the installation, but after he had filled it and put it away in his rig. That's that at some point along the lines there, that's where the problem occurred. But at any rate, these things are cheap enough that there ain't no need in taking chances, as far as I'm concerned. So I went and got me a couple of bottles and a refill kit for these fuel kegs, and I'm gonna try to be, safe as I can, because it doesn't cost anything to be, safe. And the refill process is really pretty easy. I filled that one a while ago. I didn't even think about filming it, but I filled it. But my old propane tank's about out of juice, so might not get this one filled. Yep, I think it petered out on me, kids. Ain't got no more juice. Oh, I know what the deal is. I think I know. Y'all bear with me. There we go. I wasn't thinking with my dipstick, Jimmy. I had the valve shut off. But anyway, basically all you got to do is pull this trigger, and when the bottle gets full, the real white propane will be coming out. Boy, that doggone little trigger gets cold. It takes like about a minute and a half to fill these tanks up. Which I've got a friend that's got some of these tanks, and he said that he's had good luck with them. So we'll see. The tanks are $20 a piece, but if it lasts and doesn't blow up when I'm filling it, or swell up like a football in the back of my truck, that's the scary part to me. I don't like the thought of that. Well, this filler tube gets cold with all that propane running through it. There's a few people out there ice fishing. I guess they're trying to squeeze it in before, it's doggone near springtime. Well, maybe not so much in Wisconsin, but, a lot of other places in the world, it's almost springtime. I don't think it gets to be spring in Wisconsin until about June, from what I've seen. Funny, it gets hot as all get out around here in the summertime, and then cold in the wintertime. So they got the worst of both seasons. I remember last year around the 4th of July, they have a parade in the little town where my wife was from, and man, it was so doggone hot. All right, I think we're full, kids. I think that's it. Shut this thing down here. All right, feels full. We'll turn this guy back over. And the refill kit comes with these little feet to put on your tank. Kind of gets it up off the whatever surface you happen to be working on. It worked for me, so I'm happy with it. That's two bottles filled, so I don't usually go through more than about, I don't know, a couple of bottles every 3 or 4 camping trips. So I don't see needing any more of those bottles. But if I do, that, like I said, they're only about, I think they're $18 or something, 18 and some change. But anyway, just thought I'd show you all that. That's the refill process. You go check on my fire. It is starting to warm up slowly. The sun's kind of getting up where it can get on us good. But I'm just gonna keep tinkering along. Hey everybody, welcome back. I just got some hamburgers on the Blackstone here. Gonna be what's happening for lunch. And I got some the potatoes of some kind in there. Anyway, I'm gonna put them on the grill here too here in a minute. I think they have maybe peppers and onions. There's something in there with them. They're already cut up, whatever, frozen, however you want to say it. I just got to put them on this grill and get them right. But that's what we're doing. I kind of just want to bring y'all up to speed on what was going on. I just been, I did a little work on I installed a charge controller on the camper, but I haven't hooked a solar panel to it. I might hook a solar panel to it just to see if it's actually putting out or not. We'll see. But anyhow, I'm gonna get this lunch cooked, and then we'll get to working on that. Hey everybody, welcome back. I took a few minutes to cut up enough wood to get me through the rest of today and tonight. I probably won't have a fire in the morning. I don't know if it's going to be raining in the morning or what time it's supposed to rain, but I don't feel like we'll need a fire in the morning. If anything, we'll just cook outside kind of thing. We won't need to make a whole production of it, but and I'm sure it'll be plenty chilly in the morning, but this ought to get us through the rest of today and tomorrow. It is nice to be at a spot. If we come back over here at all, I'll need to try to get this one spot because, man, you are right in the wood. There's so much wood out here. I don't know if I could burn up this much in the rest of my life. All this dead stuff. I'm surprised that the people who camp here don't cut that up. That's what makes me believe city folks camp here. It's funny. The people that are from around here, in the summertime, they get really mad because people from Illinois come up here, like Chicago area, come up here and camp, and it really gets under their skin because you got to book this place pretty far in advance in the summertime. But it's funny to hear them talk. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say a little something to y'all about this wood I cut. And I had lunch, I don't know, a long time ago now, but it was hamburgers and them potatoes you saw, and I don't know if I'll have that again. I might have some of those potatoes for supper, but I don't think there was 4 hamburgers in the pack, and I cooked two. I cooked all 4 of them because I didn't want the other 2 to spoil. So, but I might take them home as leftovers and eat them, tomorrow or the next day or something. But uh, those potatoes weren't great. They were. It was a frozen bag of. It was potatoes, onions, and peppers, and they wasn't great. It wasn't as bad as that beef stew I had last night, but it wasn't great by a long shot for sure. But anyway, I'm just enjoying myself out here in the sunshine. It's pretty warm. It's got to be in the high 40s by now. It feels good, and then all of a sudden the wind will kick up, and even when the weather's nice like this, you get a breeze, man, it'll cut right through you. So I did have a regular hat on earlier, but that doggone wind was making my head cold. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at now. I'll get back with y'all in a little while. Hey everybody, welcome back. Just got a little supper cooking here. And what we got on the menu is we've got a can of Old El Paso jalapeno chicken noodle soup. So I took the peppers, onions, and potatoes I had left over from lunch and added to that soup. So that's what we're going to have for supper. So just thought I'd bring y'all up to speed. Other than that, I'm just chilling. Got my fire roaring, and I'm absolutely satisfied that I'm going to burn every stick of that wood before I leave here tonight. Well, I'm not going to leave here tonight. I'm going to burn that wood before I go to bed. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Hey, y'all, welcome back. I just been sitting here trying to burn up this wood. It's seasoned so well, it's taken forever to burn it. I don't think there's any way I'm ever going to get through all of what I got cut up here. I'm certain of it. It's getting dark now. Sun's going down, starting to cool off pretty well. I think the high for today was 51. I'm sure it got close if it didn't get all the way there. I mean, it felt good out here for a while. But it's just now cooling off pretty good. The wind was up pretty good earlier, so I tilted the awning back in, and now it's about as still as it can be. But I thought, well, I got it put away. Might as well just leave it. And then I put the table away and put the Coleman stove away and just left the Blackstone out in case I end up cooking breakfast on it in the morning. So I don't know, just doing busy stuff. I actually did cut up some more wood today, and then supper was good. That jalapeno chicken noodle soup was really good, and then the potatoes and peppers and onions I added to it, it worked out well. Had good flavor, had a little bit of that Southwest flavor to it. Oh my God. Oh, y'all have to excuse me. I'm kind of tired. Got up early today and I haven't really done much. I probably should have took a nap. I'm here by myself. Who would have known? For heaven's sakes. But I never really got sleepy, so I didn't take a nap. The warm weather brought the people out. Man, there's been people walking all over this place this evening. All kinds of them. Yep. Some I don't even know where they're coming from. There's no cars back there, but I see people walking up from back there, so they must be coming from the other side of the lake or something. I don't know. It don't matter. I guess this will be our last night here. We gotta cut out tomorrow sometime before, I think checkout time is 1, so we'll be gone long before that. But really depends on what time it's going to start raining, how quick we get out of here. Because if there's an opportunity to get away from here dry, I will. But if it's raining, that's just the way it goes. We'll see what happens. But Anyway, I just want to let y'all know that there is no way I'm going to burn the rest of this wood tonight. So, man, I wish there was wood like this everywhere I went. You know, sometimes you can find wood and it's super green, or you find wood and it's super dead and it just burns up real quick. But this is just really good seasoned wood, and it is burning nicely. Don't get that lucky all the time. Hey everybody, good morning. We are just about ready to get some coffee water on, get some coffee made. Excuse me. And the reason we are making coffee inside is not because it's too cold outside, is because it's raining. I don't know if this thing will light or not. There we go. So we are going to do coffee water in here since it's raining out there. I need coffee and a filter for my pour over. We're just going to do a pour over this morning, y'all. We don't need a whole pot of coffee. I don't really know how long it's supposed to rain. When I looked earlier, it said maybe about an hour. So I don't know if we can trust that or not, but we'll try to trust it. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt right now. Instead of dirtying up a spoon, I'm gonna try to pour this out of the bag. We'll see how that goes. Probably not gonna go well at all. But I've done dumber things lately, so that ought to be plenty. Look at that, we didn't even make a mess. Man. Who knew I was so highly skilled? Yo, I slept like a baby last night. I ain't kidding. Whew, I was out. You know, minus them 3 times I got up to use the bathroom, but we ain't gonna count those. Y'all, one thing about having, as far as I'm concerned, anything other than a diesel heater running, you are definitely going to get some condensation on the windows. So you have to keep that in mind. If you got some kind of rig like this, or any kind of rig, just remember that the condensation is a definite problem. I'm going to have to open this window just to clean it off. Yeah, we don't like condensation. I don't know if y'all can hear that rain out there or not, but it's coming on. Luckily, we did put all that stuff away yesterday. Put it back in the truck. The only thing out there now is the Blackstone, 1 pot and 1 kitchen box, a small kitchen box, and then the water jug. So, and my axe and my hatchet. That's all that's out there right now. So we don't have a lot to worry about cleaning up. Minus the chock blocks and the thing that sits under the tongue jack and the 2 leveling blocks I have under the rear jacks. Not much, but who really cares? We're camping, and we don't have anything super pressing when we get home. It's going to be not super warm today, but I think it's supposed to get into the 40s, which is, hey, this time of year we'll take 40 anytime. And be glad we got it. Y'all, I got a little trash can tucked up under this bar here. It fits perfectly under there. It can't live under there to travel, but it fits good under there for now. Yep. Let me see what else. I watched some. I don't know if y'all watch. What is that called? It's got Sylvester Stallone in it, and where he's like a mob guy in Tulsa King, I think is what it is. Anyway, I thought I might binge watch that, so I watched a couple episodes last night, and it was really good. I can't believe it's been out for 3 seasons, and I'm just now getting around to it. But you know, I'm a late bloomer. Anyway, I think it's gonna be pretty good. So, all right, I have bored y'all long enough. I'm gonna do this coffee up, and then I ain't sure what I'm gonna have for breakfast. I might just make some oatmeal. We'll see how it goes. Hey everybody, we finally had a little break in the rain, so I'm able to get a few things packed up. I forgot to tell y'all this morning. Last night my cameras were going off, so I took a look, and there were coons everywhere. There were coons out front, coons out back, coons behind it, and coons over here by the back of my truck. And the only thing that they really was able to get at was the grease trap thing in the Blackstone, little cup in the back. And it kind of had some stuff in it. And that little coon was back there with his hands scooping that stuff out. Oh, these coons are certainly trained, for, campers' bad etiquette, leaving their stuff laying around. But anyway, I think coons might be a little smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. I've had to deal with them over the years many, many times. Not so much nowadays, but anyway, so I got most everything cleaned up, packed up. I just got to get the garbage and that into the back of the truck, and then hook the trailer up and get all the blocks up out of the mud, and then I'll be ready to go. So I guess I'll just end the video right here because y'all don't need to see all that junk, and I'll see y'all next time, hopefully in the woods.